Welcome to another installment of 12 Days of Halloween 2025. I hope you guys are enjoying it. For this video, we do have a KRIK KRAK. Of course, just a few things we need to get out of the way. If you're seeing my face and you're confused, we do have multiple channels. My main channel is rants, reactions, and commentary on Black social issues, scams, and shitty business practices. My personal channel has the vlogs, the story times, the Mafia Speaks, etc., etc. If you guys are interested in supporting, please make sure you guys head down to the description and or the pinned comment down below. But most importantly, if you guys are interested, we are going to Brazil, July 2026. Please keep in mind there are also payment plans available. For extra support, please make sure you guys join the membership or the Patreon. I have a membership for this channel, my main channel, and then my Patreon just basically encompasses everything. So pick your poison, support as you like. So I ain't gonna hold you. This story right here, I kind of think I should light a candle, but it's a little too late because I'm already sitting in the chair. So I'm just gonna drink some water and hope to God the spirits protect me. Because the name of the title of this story is Demon or Loi. Miami question sayonara, Miami. I don't like these type of, is it a ghost or is it a demon? Is it a saint or is it a Loi? Like, I just be like, I don't know, bro. I can't help you with that. Like, y'all be coming to me for help and I just be so confused. It's like, I tell y'all all the time, this is for information and education and entertainment purposes only. My help. Anyways, let's see. Hello, Yvana. I just wanted to start off by saying that you are so inspirational and your videos have helped me a lot. Whenever I'm having a rough day, I just put on your videos and begin to feel like I can do anything. I really appreciate your honesty and tough love. Y'all be making me feel real special. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Thank you so much. Like, that actually means a lot to me. Now, on to the story. Is it a demon or Loi? I'm also Haitian American with both my parents coming from Haiti. For a while now, I've been having weird, vivid dreams, but they've seemed to come down. But one dream that stuck out to me was when I was really sick. I was going through a lot mentally and I felt like I was at my lowest. In this dream, there was a man whose skin was pitch black, wearing a skirt. I'm confused. What? Kind of Egyptian-like, with gold bracelets on both arms. My spirit tells me I know exactly what spirit you're talking about. But my flesh is like, bitch, you don't know what the hell she's talking about. Wait. And the crazy part is I'm actually thinking of a specific, I don't want to say demon. It's not necessarily a demon. It's a certain type of entity that is described just like this. Comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to misspeak and I don't want to invoke this spirit into my house either. So comment down below. The man grabbed my hand and took me to the job I had at the time and said that I would quit. It was a very stressful job. Then after that, he took me to a house where he put me in a white robe and sat me at a table. He came out with a plate of white rice, sauce pois, shrimp coated in sauce. He told me to eat and that it would give me strength. Oh, that's a nice entity. After when I woke up, I felt a lot better than I had before. It was shocking. I didn't see this man in a dream again until later when he said that he would protect me. Before that, I had another dream of a puppet-like man with a top hat, a suit, and a cane come asking me if I needed help. That's very interesting. It's giving bounce somebody. But yeah, child, shit, you blessed having all these spirits just come to you like that. But it depends. Oh, child, so many things that go into this. At this point in my life, I was dealing with an emotionally abusive sibling, and my parents were doing nothing but enabling the situation. I was creeped out because the man looked like a puppet, almost skeleton-like, and I said no. He asked me again, do you need help? I said no. Then I woke up. Oh, you bugging. You accept the help that comes to you, even if you don't really follow the advice. You just say yes, and then yeah, you go. But I found it strange, but didn't think anything of it. I even had dreams of the same white woman with a, oh my God, literally, this is literally Bawasandi and Momo Brigitte. I didn't even read the rest of this and I already know. Oh my God. I even had dreams of the same white woman with auburn hair giving me food or laying out a buffet of food for me. This dream happened almost every night for about a year. But before I could eat anything, I would wake up. Another incident was when I was super sad and upset and went into my room. Minutes later, I felt something sit on my bed. I physically felt my bed dip. But when I looked back, no one was there. I asked my mom if she went into my room and she said she didn't. But as I began to know about Loi and Haitian voodoo, I wonder if there's a connection. So I got to pause right here, right? My dad told me, and now it kind of scares the fuck out of me, and I realize that there's truth to what he's saying. He said, right, if a Loa ever comes to you specifically, you shouldn't trust it because legitimate, true Loa come to you as something familiar. They'll come to you as like, so if it's Papa Legba, they'll come to you in the formation of a dad. Or if you don't have a dad, like just an old man, right? If Ursula comes to you, it will more than likely be a manifestation of your mother or a mother figure, or maybe like an older lady or a younger lady just giving you really good advice. Never ever do they really manifest themselves like that in person or in dreams. It's actually really rare. And if you do see them in that way, either there's like a true legitimate emergency or it's a demon. And I didn't believe it at first, but there's been a lot of things that have happened to me, especially in the past like 5 years, where I'm like, yikes. Like there was a time where I heard knocking on the door when I was knocked the hell out. And my dumb ass went to go open the door. And yeah, let's just say a lot of bad, crazy shit happened after that. Nobody was at the door. And I don't even really remember the dream, but I just know I was like kind of scared for that week because it was like, yeah, I was scared to sleep. There was a lot going on. So yeah, be very, very careful when it comes to things coming to you in dreams, because a lot of the times it's not going to manifest itself. Like if it's a Loa, it's not going to manifest itself like that. Unfortunately, life is not Disney Channel and HBO Max. So growing up as a kid, I always knew that people were going to die before they did. Same, welcome. I would have a dream about being in a graveyard and see a grave being dug up or already dug up with the name of the person that was going to die on the headstone. Yeah, I still have dreams like that. Or I can see death coming in people's eyes. I can't stand it. But I would tell my mom, and days later, that person would pass away. I would also have dreams about things happening way before they do. Even when I was younger, I noticed that when I would say something, it was going to happen, and it did happen. To the point where I became careful with what I said because I knew it was going to happen. Wow, we actually have the same gifts. That's me too. I have the dream gift, I have the discernment gift, and I have the speaking things into existence and seeing it before it happens gift. That's why I just try not to talk as much anymore. But I always had dreams about snakes growing up as well and wonder if there is a connection. I always had good intuition about things, and people always seemed to be right about a lot of things. I asked my parents about Loas, and we had any in the family, but because they are super religious, they tend to not want to talk about it or call it devil stuff. Yep, sounds about right. Haitians love deflecting from the fact that they dibbled and dabbled in things that they shouldn't have, and then leave their kids to pick up the slack when they pass away. But anyhow, funny enough, my mom told me a story about how my dad's grandfather on my parental side went into the water one time and was gone for a whole year and they couldn't find him. Thinking that he was dead, or he popped up a whole year later saying that he was living in the water the entire time. Yeah, sounds about right. My dad's mom also practices voodoo, and so does some of his family members. I wonder if these dreams are my spirit family or Loa trying to reach out to me, or if they are just dreams. Hopefully this all makes sense. And sorry, there are so many grammar issues. Child, there's a lot going on, but I've seen worse. To be honest, it could be a lot of different things. Only you would know that, and only your family would know that. Because realistically, Loa only manifest themselves like that for real, when there's an emergency. Other than that, they come to you as something familiar. And only you could know. So I really want you guys to help this person out down below, because what do you think? I feel like that actually might be Loa. I don't think it's like demons or anything, but for a lot of people, you got to be careful, because demons be trying to trick niggas into thinking that they something holy when they not. So, let's hop into this next one. My dream stories, or my stories. Child, do y'all ever read these before y'all said these? Jesus. But anyways, hey Yvana, sorry last time I misspelled your name. It's okay. If you don't remember me, I was the girl who told you about the Loa that flew in the supermarket in front of everyone. That story was me. Child, that was a long time ago when I read that story. Hopefully I remember to link it down below. But for future reference, when you guys send these stories, please send in the video that I posted about your story so I can link it down below. But yeah, I'm fine now. This story was told to me when I was about 10 to 11 years old. She couldn't finish what she had started because she passed away, and I was protected by the spirits in the Loas. Also, you probably saw a different version of this story. I decided to remake it and add more details to it. Where would I have seen this story before? Okay. But anyways, I have 3 stories to share with you today. I hope you like my story. Grab a drink, relax, enjoy my story. Okay. I can already tell it's going to be hard to read this. It's a lot going on and it's kind of long. First story, the merman who tried to take me in my dream. So in this dream, I dreamt I was in Haiti and I had a house by the river. One night I woke up in the dream and I saw it was in my room, but it looked like I was moving but it looked like I was moving in or moving out. I had this huge window and I decided to go to the window to see the river outside. As I looked through the window, I noticed something outside in the corner of the window, but it was in the water, mind you. My eyes were focused on the thing that was in the water. As I looked closer at the water, I noticed a person's head in the water. The person lifted up its head and then I felt hypnotized. And I was slowly rolling up my window and the person in the water face started to smile. It wasn't a warm, welcoming smile. It was a smile that a scary clown could give you. And at that point, I would have woke up. You got me fucked up. Like, I don't, like, as many mermaid stories as I've done on this channel, like, I feel like with every video, with every sighting, with every, like, anytime I talk about mermaids, I kind of get more scared. Like, before I was never afraid of them, but now I'm like, yeah, they kind of creep me out. So then I opened the window all the way up. I snapped out of the hypnotic state and tried to close the window. Okay. But I couldn't because the window fell into the water. The water was extremely deep, as if we were by the ocean. It was strange, but the person started to stand up and I noticed it was a man. When he stood up, he was gorgeous. He had this pretty dark purple eyes, like the color of a plum, a very dark version of it. He was tall, as his waist and lower half was in the water. His upper half was muscular. He had a body like he was sculpted like a god. I'm done. He had long black dreadlocks and his skin was ebony. Then he put his hand through the window and grabbed me by the ribs. He tried to pull me outside of the window, and then something in my mind told me, don't let him take you. Don't let him take you away, as if it was a warning. So then I said a prayer that I don't remember, and he flew away back into the water and didn't come back up. Then after I put my hand in the water and brought back the window, that felt like super power type of shit. And then I put the window back in its place and closed the window and locked it. Then when I woke up with a gasp for air, as my ribs started to hurt, then I realized it was raining outside. I realized I didn't pray before I went to sleep, and I told my family and friends about it. And they said I had the most craziest dreams out of all my family. I ain't gonna hold you, that is scary. Especially when it comes to mermen, because we don't really talk about mermen too much because there's not really that many sightings of them and there's not many experiences with them because there's not that many mermen from what I've been told. That's why a lot of merwomen, why am I saying merwomen? A lot of mermaids come and they like steal people's husbands and stuff because there's not that many men to mate with down there. Child, it's a lot. And I will say, like, I don't know. You should definitely, you're probably one of those people that need to pray every day. I actually talked about this in one of my previous KRIK KRAKs recently. Like, some people cannot get away with not praying. Okay, like some people, like, you gotta pray or bad shit starts happening to you. You more than likely are one of those people. This dream would have creeped me out. I probably wouldn't go in the water for the rest of my life if I had a dream. Like, fun fact, yo, I had a dream last night that I was being chased by a bottle of Ciroc filled with pickles. Now, a lot of y'all probably laughing, but it's not funny because now I'm afraid to eat pickles. Like, I'm one of those people. If I have a dream, I take it freaking seriously, okay? If I have a dream, I'm trying to figure out why I had this dream, what's going on, because no, my dreams are not just dreams. I have a dream gift. So it's like, I have no idea how Ciroc pickles being chased has anything to do with it, but child, I'm done with pickles until I figure out that dream. And I don't even like spicy food, but I remember eating the pickles in the dream and it wasn't spicy. It was like more of like a flavorful, acidic type of pickles, like the one my mom be making because me and my dad don't really like spicy like that. So I don't know. Something going on. Second story, the merman who saved me from death. Okay, you got all the mermaid stories down today. I know y'all loving this because y'all love the mermaid stories. So this story, I dreamt that I was in a village and it was around the torch kind of era, if that makes sense. In my dream, it was dark and it was raining. I was running away from the villagers and I was saying, I mustn't get caught by the villagers. I must run away before they catch me. I was saying things like that. And in my thoughts, I was like, running away from who? Who must I not get caught by? And I looked back and I saw figures chasing me. This is giving a past life dream. Or maybe, you know, it's one of those dreams that manifests into something, like one of those things where like you're afraid of something in real life and you feel like it's chasing you down. That's what it sounds like, but that's just my personal opinion. I continued running through the woods and I was at an opening where the cliff and I was looking down and I thought there would be no way out and I was going to die. But I saw a way down and I went down and it looks like the image below. I'm going to put the image in the video. First of all, yeah, it's over. I'm happy I could lucid dream and I could just wake my ass up when I'm sick of shit. Because no, if I'm running down something like, I'm not running down something like this. As soon as I see it, I'm waking up. I don't got time. Like, I've learned, now that I think about it, the fact that I lucid dream is actually problematic because, like, unfortunately, I'll tend to have the same dream over and over again until I pay attention to it. So, but I'm not going through this. Now, as I was going down, I was calling onto a spirit or a loi. And as I was going down, something from the bottom of the spiral, something from the water started to climb up and looked at it. And I looked at it as we reached on another. Okay, hold on. I looked at it as we reached one another. Looked at what as you reached what? Okay. It was a merman. He had dark skin and again, these pretty purple eyes. And he said, "Why have you called me?" As he was saying that, I looked at him confused. I told him, "I didn't call you. I called for someone else." I told him I was confused. And before he could reply back to me, one of the villagers said, "I found her. She's down there." After he said that, I panicked, thinking I was going to die. But then the man said to me, "Come with me." He reached his hand out to me. I looked at him and I thought he could probably kill me, but I felt as if he would never harm me. So I took his hand and we both fell into the sea. When we went into the water, lightning fell and struck the spiral down and destroyed the spiral and the villagers who walked down the stairs. I woke up again to the sound of rain. This merman situation sounds like some sort of ancestor, loi, something. I would say Agwe, but Agwe doesn't manifest as a merman. So comment down below. I'd love to hear y'all thoughts on that because it sounds like somebody that knows you or is sent to protect you in a way. Chad, it's too much. Or maybe you watch a lot of mermaid content. It could be a lot of different things because a lot of people don't understand like these dreams can be fueled by the fact that you watch a lot of mermaid content. Like I'm very sure if you guys are watching this right now and it's like nighttime, like, you're more than likely going to have a mermaid dream. So it might not mean anything. It might just mean you really like mermaids and you've been thinking too much about the video that you saw on TikTok. So the third story, the father of the sky visited me in my dreams. Who the hell is the father of the sky? God? So this dream is kind of shorter than the rest, but I hope you enjoy it. In this dream, me, my family, and my family, I don't know what that means. I don't know. Was on the run from something or someone. So we were on the road and we were driving to Egypt for some reason. What is up with you and all these Egyptian-based dreams? Aren't you Haitian? So we got to our destination and we got out of our cars. As we got out of the car to get everyone food and water, my siblings in the dream went to the person's home and knocked on the door. Then when the door opened, a woman was there. She looked like an Egyptian goddess and looked so magical. With her dark ebony skin, her long black locks, her natural gorgeous face, and her tall height. It was as if I'm in the presence of a loi. So then my oldest brother started to speak with the woman and said, "Is the king here?" He said, and she replied, "Yes, he is here. You may wait at the entrance." So then she walked away with her gorgeous gold outfit. Then when she finally and out of view's reaches, the king came. Okay. Y'all, please, again, peer review these things. Woo. My brother said, "Hello, old friend. We wanted to know if we could stay here for a few nights before we leave to go somewhere." And the king looked at him and said, "I'm sorry, but you can't. We also just started to settle down and things are quite complicated and we don't want any problems at the moment. Sorry, old friend," he said with sorrow. I walked up to him. I looked very different from what I look like now. It was as if it was an older me and not the current me, if that makes sense. And I felt as if I knew him from somewhere. So before my brother could give him another response, I replied with a "Who are you?" And he looked at me. When he spoke, it felt as if I was looking at an introduction of a movie scene. He spoke and he said, "I am damn." I don't want to disclose his full name for safely. Oh, okay. Let me just take that part out. Okay. He said, "I am blank. I don't want to disclose his full name for safety. I know if you know what I mean. You may know who this is, but I'd rather be safe than sorry." I know exactly who you're talking about. Comment down below if you know exactly what loi this would be. But there's also another loi that I've just was introduced to that this might be. I just don't remember the name off the top of my head right now. But when he was speaking, you could see he had fangs and he had a snake hiss in his voice. And then I woke up scared. And then I did my research and I knew who he was. I told my other brothers and he said that it seemed that he wanted to meet me through a dream, as some loi usually do. I also told my other siblings, parents, friends that I have the weirdest dreams ever. Well, this was my story and I hope you enjoyed it. I love your mermaid stories. I love your stories of other people and I love your music. P.S. I have other stories if you would like to know the stories. Honestly, thank you so very much. I made one song and y'all think I make music. Maybe one day. I don't even call or consider myself an artist, y'all. Maybe one day I'll take it seriously, but I do not have enough free time in the world to actually focus on making music. I need to get everything else in order. But thank you so much for your story. And thank you so much for sharing these dreams. You do have weird ass dreams, and I think they really do mean something. I don't think that this is like psychosis or you making this up or like, you just having these dreams because you're watching too much content. These actually sound for real. You should probably pay attention to them. I would say try to get one of those past life reading situations. And if you can find someone, try to get like a legitimate reader, not a tarot reader, like a person that actually there's a lot of different, I would say go to a mumbo or something, but it's hard to find a legitimate one. I don't know where you're located, but I would say, yeah, try to get in touch with a mumbo and see if they can decode this for you, because this is a lot, okay? With that being said, comment down below what do you guys think about both these stories, or all of these stories, I should say, because this one had a lot of different stories in one. Let me know what you guys think. Have you had any similar experiences? Have your parents told you anything about like Loa visiting you versus like demons and stuff? Because I don't know, I always found it weird, but I think you have to be able to differentiate. You understand? Like only your intuition and how you feel could really tell you if you're really encountering with the Loa or with the demon. Like you'll feel off. You'll feel some sort of like something, you'll feel like you're not supposed to be there if you're not supposed to be there. Or if they're not supposed to be there, they're not supposed to be there. So with that being said, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Make sure if you guys want to send your stories, you send them right here to the email right here on the screen. Again, if you guys would like to go to Brazil, July 2026, please make sure you guys visit the description and or the pinned comment down below. We do have payment plans available. Nonetheless, can't wait to see you guys in July 2026. I hope you guys are enjoying 12 days of Halloween. This is, I don't know what order I'm going to put these videos in, but right now we should be in the middle of it. With that being said, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Read the description box for everything you guys always ask me about down below. And I'm going to see y'all next time. Bye!